Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I did Tyler's brand new video. I investigated the city that pays to do drugs. I don't know what city this is, but it sounds mad.
This is San Francisco, the city that pays drug addicts to use drugs?
I mean, if we're gonna be realistic, they pay you to be homeless here. I get $620 a month, dude. This right now is literally by choice.
How many times have you died?
About 40 times last year.
Almost a handful of times. I've died on my feet, standing in one spot.
I met this chick right out here. She's pretty cute, yeah. That's the night that she shot me with fentanyl. I don't do fentanyl at all.
Forcibly injected fentanyl in. With record high overdose deaths in 2023, rampant homelessness, deadly drug addiction, and unpunished shoplifting and car break-ins, businesses are fleeing and the city is dying. But how did it get to this point, and can it be fixed? So I met up with J.J. Smith, a citizen journalist who's lived in the Tenderloin, the heart of San Francisco's drug crisis, his entire life.
I started to see too many of my family, too many of my friends, a lot of my friends dying off of fentanyl. But what it is a lot of people trying to normalize it. Majority of everybody out here that you think is homeless, a lot of them ain't homeless. They got homes to go to. They got family houses. They got friend houses. Some of them even got husbands or wives' houses. They just can't do their drugs there, so they decide to come live on the streets and do it.
But what drugs were people using out here?
What type of drugs you use?
I use fentanyl and crystal meth. I started very young with processing drugs with my mom doing heroin.
Can you tell me what you're up to right now?
Getting well.
Getting well?
Yeah, off fentanyl. Smoke it on some foil.
Oh, right there.
Yep. ISO and then clean ISO. So those are like practical,
How many times have you died?
Me, but I have almost a handful of times, I think.
Times?
Yeah. I've died on my feet, standing in one spot, and my wife right here screaming my name, shaking me.
Push for you, man. What are you using in the pipe? Is it meth?
Yeah. If I was able to offer you some treatment to get into a rehab, would you accept it?
At the moment, no.
Why not?
It's not ready.
Well,
What do you use? Heroin?
No, hell no. I smoke methamphetamines, but not that much anymore.
How many people have you seen dead on the streets out here?
It's in the hundreds.
Hundreds?
It's in the hundreds. I have personally documented 18 in one day.
How often does a shooting go down out here? I saw the video where the guy's shooting with a silencer.
It was another shooting right here. That's why you see that police van right there. They got that police truck right there because it was a shooting directly in front of that kid's playground park. 5 people got shot. 1 died. Yeah, that's someone that died recently from the shooting.
A nice playground right here. So what I've heard in the comment section is when they say kids coming through, everyone's supposed to stop using drugs. No one changed their activity at all when she said that.
Nobody don't change their activity. Normally, people, family with kids, they'll walk the other way. She shouldn't have to walk the other way. She should be able to walk through here. But they don't care. They just still get high.
You have any thoughts on what's going on here?
Beautiful place. It's so filled with so much culture. It's getting chipped away. It's getting eaten up by a lot of these. I don't want to say they're lost causes because people.
You use anything?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I use fentanyl on a day-to-day basis.
Okay.
Like I'm on the verge of kind of weaning myself off right now, and I'm getting a job and things like that. I'm doing that.
How'd you get into fentanyl? What was your first use?
I would say it was my choice, but I was with a girlfriend.
Okay.
Yeah, that has been using, and it was fun to, use with her and kind of cozy up next to each other under the stars,
Sure.
Because it's kind of like a motherly hug. It's kind of like people say, oh, it's like a hug from God,
But this hug was killing almost 500 people a year just in San Francisco.
Look, this is all fresh harm reduction supply. They give you these 10 cans right here just to cook your drugs in. You cannot catch any diseases off these cans, so why would you give them out? You causing harm. You're enabling them by giving them that. This is part of their suicide kit that they give away.
What's going on with him, do you think?
I don't know. He needs help. He needs help.
Okay.
Serious help. Look, he got bugs tearing his body up. That's why he got all those sores like that.
You guys cooking up a beat? Viewers need some heat.
Okay, heat. Swear to God, when you in the streets, had to get it from my dog last week. El Chopper for real. Nigga.
Shit.
Dog fighting down the street. Swear to God, that's real. Tenderloin, anything happened.
I'm at a loss for words. There's just so much going on. Oh, yo. AR-15, bullet shell, Tenderloin.
It ain't never been used?
I don't think so. Bullet in hand, right across the street was the Tenderloin police station. Question for you. Is it risky to do like drugs in front of the police station out here? Or do they not do anything? They don't do anything?
It's not the police fault. It's really not. They really want to do something. It's the Board of Police Commissions and the Board of Supervisors, particularly Dean Preston, the supervisor in this district, says, let them stay like this. Leave them alone. If they want to get high, let them get high. Let them get high until they die.
Will you follow your own Department of Public Health's advice and end punitive policies specifically arresting and incarcerating drug users that increase fatal overdoses?
Another white man who's talking about black and brown people as if you're the savior of those people and you speak for them. At the end of the day, you've never lived in it. You've never experienced it.
I used to be one of the persons growing up that always said, fuck the police, fuck the police. I grew up saying that. I don't believe in that no more. I really like this police station and these police. It's just that their hands are tied right now. They want to come out here and move this. Trust me, they get disgusted when they walk outside and they see this. Disgusted that they can't help them the way that they want to help them because the Board of Supervisors and the Police Commission say, no, leave them alone. You see, this is a charter school right here, right? And it was a dead body right here 4 days ago.
Question for you. What are your thoughts on your tent being right across from the school?
Oh, I didn't really know it was right across from the school.
I see.
Oh, yeah. Well, we're only here for like a couple days. We're actually getting an apartment in a few days.
Oh, okay. Congratulations. And as JJ and I walked through the trash, feces, broken glass, and homeless encampments right across from the kindergarten through 8th grade school, one of the many Honduran drug dealers, notorious for running every block in the Tenderloin for the last few years, was staring us down and stalking us across the street. In fact, these guys are making so much money selling drugs here, they're causing a housing boom back home in Honduras where they send their money back to. Are we in the clear, Custody?
We in the clear.
Yeah?
He by himself. They run in packs. So when it's a group of them, that's when they only go do
Why don't
something.
we get out of here? JJ, I'm gonna be real. I'm not loving the looks I'm getting from the Hondo guys out here.
He was no threat. He ain't in the group. They only operate in the group.
Now, to understand my fear of the Honduran gangs out here in the Tenderloin, we need to go back in time to 4 a.m. this morning. We're walking the streets right now. I've seen young ladies yak on the streets, human feces, human urine, people nodding out in camps. And it's early, baby. So throw up here. Oh, man. Human poop. As me and my cameraman explored the loin, we walked past a group of masked up Honduran gangsters, keeping a close eye on anyone and everyone walking by. And out of fear of getting blipped, I didn't dare point a camera at their face. As we walked off, one of the Hondos was trailing us for multiple blocks, clutching his sagging pants tightly onto what I can only imagine to be his gun. Holding his belt buckle like this. Sketchy out here. Are you breaking the lock or what?
No, I'm not breaking the lock.
What are you up to?
Nothing.
Oh, okay. Now that you've seen the countless drug addicts and understand the gang influence out here, you might be wondering how businesses can operate in this environment. How does it to be a business owner out here?
You feel sorry for the people. You feel very sorry for them because the drug they be giving them, they be killing everybody. Every day we have.
Sure. You see bodies on the street when you come to work?
Yes.
Have you seen a lot of shops nearby shut down since?
Oh yeah, some shut down. People, look like a zombie in the street. In the street, live,
Sure.
You feel so sorry for them. The government doesn't do anything to them. We need some action, but
From what I've heard, the government's handing out harm reduction. Do you think that's helping the problem or hurting them?
no, that doesn't. The government have to find somehow to help the people.
But with record high overdose deaths in 2023, is harm reduction actually working? I met up with consumer finance reporter Erica Sandberg, who believes it's actually destroying the city.
Instead of directing people and actively promoting people into treatment so that people are healthy, they get meth pipes, needles, fentanyl foil, you name it, anything that is going to help them, and I'm going to put it in big all air quotes, use safely. There's no such thing as using safely right now.
Question for you. We're talking about harm reduction. We're trying to understand if it's a good thing or a bad thing out here. Do you have any thoughts?
It's honestly the worst idea imaginable. You're giving in to the bad behavior. You're making it okay. Oh, and it's like our children are playing on these, in these streets. Our animals are running through these streets. Our elderly are in these streets, and they could die. Right now, I'm kind of going through something myself, and I'm not really one to talk. Of course, I'm not clean and sober. I'm going to be here really soon. It's no wonder that we've got such bad reputations on the streets because look, 90% of the homeless population are walking around with body lice all over them, and it's spreading. I do have an infection. I don't know what it is. I've had it for 2.5, almost 3 months.
What?
My nose never stops draining.
Okay.
I never stop drooling. I've had a cough. It's horrible. I feel like I'm dying every day.
Goon Body once again, 2024 Black King. you know the score. They should have really put me up there, but the niggas.
Well, you're spitting bars. Can I hear a few more?
They should have had a real nigga doing this shit. I'm on stereo. Poverty everywhere. Shit on the floor. Everybody bothering me because they know I'm a price more.
Mad bars and you run away. I was like, whoa, we have to capture his excellence.
Represent San Francisco, you know. Caught me in the middle of a dig and grab and go. But
a little boost?
Oh, just a little something to keep me going.
Where from? CVS?
Out your mama's kitchen.
What about my friend Erica here? Would you bip her?
Oh, no, I won't bip her, but I'll fick her.
Whoa! Too far!
Well,
You gotta apologize for that one.
Truth is in the beauty, right?
Okay, he's risen you up a little bit. That's fair and honest, right?
Mowgli.
Erica, nice to see you.
I mean, how is life out here in San Francisco?
King, huh? Negro King. F.N. Rion Dia. Huh? I gotta go.
All right. Well, this guy walked away with his freshly stolen goods. You might be wondering why he's not running away from cops after committing theft in broad daylight. The biggest thing I keep seeing on Twitter is $950 limit. I can walk into Walgreens, steal $950 worth of merchandise.
Go to Macy's, go to Saks Fifth Avenue, grab what you can. If it's under that threshold, it's a misdemeanor. So you get your $950. Awesome. Then you go boost it, right? But it gets better than that. So you can go to Macy's, get your $900 worth of stuff. Head over to Saks Fifth Avenue, get another $900. Head over to Neiman Marcus, get another. We lost Nordstrom. H&M is leaving. J. Crew left. Whole Foods. This was closed prematurely because the theft in here was so rampant and so intense they could not function.
Question for you: is harm reduction effective? If so, why?
Yeah, because
people are
going to use drugs and they're not going to stop. The government, the CIA brought these drugs here to sell them to the American people, to create a genocide. This isn't a coincidence. Purdue Pharmaceutical sells more OxyContin than any other drug on the market.
Okay, this is facts.
I think that this is a manufactured crisis by the powers that be, the big money of the world. If we see it any different, then we're fucking retarded. If you think that drugs being sold on federal property every single day, all day long by Hondurans who are brought here by our fucking government, stop bringing dope over our borders and stop making fentanyl in San Francisco.
You said harm reduction works.
It
My
works.
friend Erica says that it may not work. Oh, where do you guys disagree? Just real quick, final question.
If the Narcan wasn't out here,
Yeah.
how would I save anybody? That's harm
Narcan
reduction,
does.
honey. That's what they're doing. They're coming out here. They're handing out pipes. They're handing out Narcan.
Do you think handing out pipes is good? Handing out fentanyl?
Why wouldn't it? They don't hand out fentanyl. No one hands out fentanyl.
No, not fentanyl. Foil.
Yeah, why not? What are they gonna do? Grab that shit off the ground? They're handing out.
Encourages people?
They're handing out foil that's not.
Don't think it draws people into the city?
The dope draws the people into the city. No, we're saving lives. The fucking Hondurans out of our streets.
He said harm reduction works.
Yeah, that's
Where do you guys
fine.
disagree?
Well, it works to what? To what end? To keep people alive until what? What kind of life is this?
Okay, so you think it perpetuates the inevitable death? And perhaps in proof of Erica's point, about a week later, I'm pretty sure this guy we just interviewed was uploaded to Twitter, passed out on the floor, face down, appearing to be nodding out after some form of drug use, but luckily still breathing.
This area is going to be dangerous pretty soon.
As Erica left and as evening approached, I spotted what appeared to be local drug addicts selling their freshly boosted goods to tourists and deal-hunting grandmas. Where's it from?
So Mason, if you want to really see some deals,
Yeah.
be over here by 8 o'clock. You will see $1,000 worth of can't even see shit.
Okay, I'm coming. So I came back at night to see what I could find at the infamous Fentanyl Bazaar. A massive open-air market where hundreds of drug addicts sell boosted goods and do their drugs. But I brought the Batman of San Francisco with me.
What are you doing with those umbrellas? You didn't pay for those umbrellas. Did you pay for that, ma'am? I didn't see you go to the checkout line. Did you pay for that, sir? Did you pay for that, sir? No. Go check out. Go check out. No stealing, brother. No stealing. No stealing. Give that back. Give that chocolate back. Give it back. Stop stealing from the store, motherfucker. Get the fuck out of here. Get lost. Get the fuck lost. I don't work here. I will kick your fucking ass. Get lost. Fucking thieves. Just try to run off. I'm sorry America's like this right now.
I just got kicked out of Walgreens for stopping this thief from stealing from the store. What's going on in this country? Why are people making me out to be the bad guy for stopping thieves from from stealing from our grocery store.
I'm here with.
My name's Darren. I'm the founder of the World Peace Movement here in San Francisco, California. We're helping the homeless and raising awareness about the dangers of fentanyl in our community. I've seen San Francisco go from being the cultural capital of the world to the technological capital of the world to what seems like the fentanyl homeless capital of America. Now people are traveling from all across the country for fentanyl, and it's, $3 a gram. It's cheaper than a loaf of bread, a gallon of milk, and a gallon of gasoline. So many people have left San Francisco. I don't want to be another person that leaves San Francisco. I want to stay. I want to fight to save San Francisco.
So we began walking to the bazaar.
As you can see, everywhere you look are for lease signs. For lease, for lease, for lease, for lease, for lease, for lease. San Francisco has hit terminal velocity in its economic collapse. People don't want to go to the city. People in the East Bay are starting to call the city the shit.
And as we walked into a nearby Walgreens, my anonymous interview with the security guard there might help you understand why.
We're in downtown San Francisco Market District. Back in the day, like 10 years ago, this Walgreens was bringing like $1 million a month.
Every time I've come here with my mom for the holidays,
I think people walk in, steal stuff, walk out. Is that still happening?
Depends on the guards, because the guards are all by district. Me and my brother have been here about 6 months, and we've fought in Ukraine and in Afghanistan. Since we've been here, no, we have zero.
You guys shut it down.
Yeah, so it's like, hey, if you try to leave, I'm going to mace you, and then I'm going to cuff you, and you can explain why you're outside blind and broken.
Are you in the minority of security guards who actually care about their job out here, or who are actually willing to enforce any level of don't steal stuff?
Oh, very much so. I'm an outside contractor. I'm not from here. I'm from Miami. I was brought in to fix the situation, so...
You're losing so much money here?
So much. Theft is so bad compared to, it's bad. Even this one's bad, but Oakland City Center is the worst. Anything along this bar system, it's the train, everybody just hops on, jumps, comes in, grabs trash bags, anything, grab, and then leaves.
And it's up to like $950 or something? What was that, California law?
All that does is incentivize crime. You're going to eyeball $950? No, nobody can. Yeah, it makes it all passive. That's the point. It makes nothing a felony. You're not even misdemeanors. You could come in here and jack $5,000 worth. If it's in a trash bag, they ain't going to stop you.
Now, several people I've interviewed have mentioned this $950 amount that someone can steal from a given store each day and not be charged with a felony as one of the main reasons incentivizing criminals to shoplift. And this theoretically makes sense until you look at other states like Texas and Wisconsin that have a $2,500 limit, meaning you can steal double the amount and still not get a felony. But the big difference is Texas enforces the law at both the misdemeanor and felony levels. California does not. When someone goes and steals from the local Walgreens in San Francisco, if the employee calls 911, the cops probably won't investigate. But if they do, prosecutors will most likely let it go. So the next time this thief steals, the cop knows the prosecutors will probably let it go, so they don't investigate and the thief gets away. And this leads to a doom loop of criminals who become emboldened to continue stealing knowing there's no punishment. So we walked to another Walgreens nearby, notorious for shoplifting, that did not have a hard-on crime war veteran security guard, to see how many people we'd see steal and why they got away with it.
So they come in here and they look around and, right here we go. Pardon me. He's definitely bipping right now.
Shall we witness the bip in action?
Well, you're witnessing it right here,
so
too.
We got more bipping going on here. How you doing, man?
Boy here, because it's the only Walgreens that's open. Yeah, so every other Walgreens has been closed down because of the theft, bro.
Anyone in here walking around with a large bag, is it fair to assume they're taking it? Okay.
If they come in with a suitcase, if they come in with this large suitcase or a large backpack, that's definitely a clear sign. And last night, I was stopping people from stealing from the store, and I got kicked out. Get the f*** out of here. Get lost. Get the f*** lost. I don't work here. I will kick your f***ing ass. Get lost. Oh, let's see what's happening on aisle 9.
What's good, man? You bipping?
Yeah.
Can you tell me about it? We're trying to learn more about this whole $950.
Survival in the city.
You can still get in trouble if you really try.
Okay. So are you stocking up for the cold night tonight or what?
No, I didn't take all these. It was already empty.
Okay. Is it pretty common for people to come in here and just take what they need, walk out?
No comment.
Witnessing a boost.
Oh, yeah.
Boost.
Sorry, brother. We got So, tell us, man, what's your name? Where are you from? We're YouTube.
All right, so one thing about Frisco, there's a really big, but yeah, that's why I'm moving back.
Oh,
But
sorry,
let's give each other a little space. You know, it's big wealth gap, right? That's basically what it boils down to. You know, I came out here in 2013.
Yeah.
You know,
Where are
you from, by the way?
I'm from New Orleans, Louisiana.
Do you mind showing me your wares here? Kind of an average, like, boost?
I mean,
Let's say you bought it. Do you mind showing me what you got today?
All right, where we going with this, man?
What goes through your head when you walk in there?
I mean, like, by any means necessary. I'm not going to be dirty. I'm not going to be stanky. I'm not going to be hungry.
I see.
I don't like going to sleep lines and shit. It's not going to happen. I read a hustle before. If I get called, I get called, man. It's like, you can't depend on mankind to just assist you and give you things any and all the time, man. It's it's bullshit.
I hear you. Well, I guess the reason I'm asking is someone watching from the outside might say, look at these guys stealing stuff. They're ruining the stores. We lose the stores. They're destroying San Francisco.
I've been doing this for a long time.
How
the
much?
more you do it, the smoother you get, the better you get. I'm tired of all my games. Like, I'm fumbling. I'm doing dumb shit. Like, okay. Yeah, it's kind of hard to buy shit when you're broke, you know.
And after stopping to make sure a few motionless bodies we found on the ground were alive.
You breathing, brother? Are you breathing, brother? You're good? He's breathing.
All right, that's 2 for 2. We had made it to the fentanyl bazaar. People were selling everything from stolen clothes to stolen steak to stolen shrimp to stolen Red Bull. All sold for a fraction of the cost. While the couple hundred people out here were mostly drug addicts selling random stuff they had snagged from a Macy's or Walgreens earlier that day, you might be wondering who's breaking into cars and stealing the more valuable loot from places like Louis Vuitton. After the cleaning squads had been sent out to clean up after last night's festivities, I went back out the next day to meet up with the king of San Francisco bippers to understand the industry.
We're here with Little Sim, a.k.a. Robin Hood, a.k.a.
Loyalty Solo.
Rumor has it you're a world-class bipper.
I've been blessed.
Hey, how long you been in the bipping industry?
Probably like after high school.
You got your
my
first
friends doing it and stuff. Yeah.
If you saw a car, what would classify it as a good bipping opportunity?
Honestly, it's all about the energy of the car, the energy of the vehicle you in. If you spot it and it seemed good, it seemed clear. Some of these people aren't gonna lock their car door. A lot of times they leave the windows down, and it's an automatic green light.
I've heard that people leave their windows down so they don't get smashed. You're gonna bip them anyways.
Yeah.
Drivers leaving their back doors wide open to show thieves there's nothing valuable inside.
There it goes, you just broke in.
What do you go for on your bip spree? Are you going straight for the catalytic converter, or are we looking for the Louis purse in the front seat?
Definitely, that's a bip, and all 4 of those cars right there are bippable.
So where do Ray-Bans fall on the bib scale, the bib economy? Are Ray-Bans a hot commodity, or are they a common item? Are they legendary item, rare?
Did you bip something like this lens crafter right here?
No, but I know people who have. The first pop-ups I just got here, bro. None of these have been hit yet, bro.
So it's fresh for the bip? Are you plotting a hit or what?
Not really. Honestly, all these stores are lame. Leave these stores alone. Mom and pop stores, leave them stores alone.
I see. So you're going for the corporate chains? Like, tell me about Walgreens.
Of course. Fuck Walgreens. Fuck CVS Pharmacy too.
You bipped him to oblivion or what?
Yup.
What's the biggest bip you've had?
Damn near $500,000.
Where? Where you bipping that much product?
Also, this my buddy, he a world traveler, so he hooked me up on some spots too.
Where do you sell the product to?
The streets.
We're talking the fentanyl bazaar?
Yeah, the fentanyl. You just sell it to the dudes that got money. The fentanyl users ain't got no money. Yeah.
Could I come to you and be like, yo man, I saw you bip that. I got $500. Can I have the Louis?
Yeah.
Okay, so you do some on the street, spur of the moment sales or what?
Yeah.
Is it dangerous out here when you're doing your business operations? Does it get sketchy or what?
I would say so.
Why so?
Yeah. You never know who you're dealing with.
So what's your most recent bip? Think on it.
Man. Probably the whole car. A lot of people are so dumb these days, they leave their... I don't even want to say, man, because it's an easy come-up. But
I see. There's an insider practice that you're using to just bip full cars.
Yeah.
What's your favorite type of woman? Latina?
I love Asians.
I tried to get this homeless guy to the restroom once, and I ended up getting sucker punched and almost got sent to the ER by him. Like, he just aimed for the face.
That ain't right.
Yeah, I mean, there's this guy, I remember coming off a bicycle. He had a pickaxe with him and had a bunch of those lawn darts they outlawed a long time ago.
Pickaxe?
Yeah.
Minecraft?
I mean, I got pepper sprayed on my coffee shop on Labor Day.
What's the biggest advice you'd have for the god of San Francisco?
I would ask for a little more control. I mean...
you're a power freak?
You're asking God for more control.
It was a little shiesty.
It's a pleasure and honor, brother.
While fully masked up thieves like our boy here go around pillaging businesses and ransacking tourist cars, what a lot of people don't realize is that the Bippers in San Francisco commute to work every day using the BART from other cities in the East Bay like Oakland.
All right, we're here in Oakland. I'm here with
Leighton Woodhouse. I'm a journalist. I'm from the East Bay. I grew up in Berkeley. I live in Oakland right now. I've covered drugs and crime and homelessness in this area.
What's going on here?
It's a little bit of a different situation in Oakland than San Francisco. There's a lot of overlapping issues. Untreated mental illness, drug addiction, obviously, these homeless encampments. Issues around crime, though. There's a lot of sort of opportunistic crime, home invasions, car burglaries, armed robberies, and things like that happens in San Francisco. It's from people from Oakland who go out to San Francisco to do crimes. There's like roving crews of thieves who go and jack up camera crews like us and tourists and whatnot. Yeah.
Are we looking particularly robbable today?
Yeah. You know, the main open-air drug market is in San Francisco in the Tenderloin, Civic Center, south of Market. And that's where the drug dealers sell. They mostly live in Oakland on International Boulevard. The cops know where they live. They take the train across. They've been spotted, I've heard this from law enforcement, spotted by passengers dividing up bindles on the train, counting stacks of cash on the train. They're very open about it.
You think this recently got bipped? Take a look inside this.
Stolen car that got stripped.
Wow, this thing is definitely stripped to the bone.
Yeah, there's thousands of carjackings a year, and I think like 1 in every 40 Oakland residents has had their car jacked. Oftentimes, it's just for fun, joyriding them. They do sideshows. Sideshows are sort of intersection takeovers where you have a bunch of people will just spontaneously take over an intersection with their cars and just do donuts in the middle of the intersection. Yeah. It's an old tradition in Oakland. Now it's not so much people showing off their cars. In fact, it's usually not their own cars. It's now stolen cars. So people steal cars, go do donuts in the middle of an intersection, and the city has stopped breaking them up. So they go for an hour sometimes.
What's good? Are you from Oakland? How is Oakland out here? A little crazy?
Yeah, because we're lawless. Because here,
what's up, doggos?
All of the city council and everybody decided that we didn't want the police to police anymore because of police brutality. So if you'll notice, you just see cops driving by.
Yeah.
But they don't interact with us because they're not supposed to.
How has it changed over the last few years?
Oh man, the homelessness is taking over. Yes, and it's just. Poverty's gotten worse, you know? Everybody struggles to have a car and to have insurance and to have registration and to have rent and to have, it's just too much for everybody. And Oakland is so expensive. Yeah. My rent is $2,500 a month for a 1-bedroom apartment. Wow. Yeah.
What's the biggest misunderstanding about Oakland out here?
Oakland has a lot of outreach for the homeless. You'll see people feeding people all the time or going to get bunch of McDonald's and passing it out, or socks and backpacks. So people don't think that we do that, and there's so much outreach here. There's so much, resources for the homeless.
I think all that, social services, people giving food to the homeless, do you think that makes it easier to be homeless here, and maybe that's a problem?
It is easy to be homeless. Okay. I just don't think it's easy. I think not having a home, not having a space to call your own, and to shut the door and be able to relax and put your guard down is hard. You're still fighting an everyday battle that you wake up to, you know?
And then I saw this lady who appeared to be homeless out here.
How are you? What's your name?
Miriam.
Saw that car right there. Is that a pretty common sight?
Yeah, it's
Where do they come from?
Oh, I don't know. Just show up.
Okay.
Yeah.
How'd you end up out here?
I just, fucking on my feet.
Use anything?
Get some speed?
I got no speed. Is that what you like to use?
Yeah, fentanyl.
Fentanyl?
Yeah.
So you smoke fentanyl straight up?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Inject?
If someone will do it for me.
Really? Okay, so you don't feel comfortable injecting yourself?
No.
How many times have you died?
Never from fentanyl.
Never? From what?
I died about 40 times last year. Exposure.
40 times?
Yeah.
So you're a walking miracle right now.
Kinda.
Do you go into the city to get fentanyl, or you buy around here? Okay, Tenderloin?
I came over here today. Yeah. What
So if I wanted to buy some fentanyl right now, where would I go?
I'd probably hop on the train.
Okay.
I can help you if you need some.
Any family need to know that you're out here and alive and well, or what?
Yeah, hi. Come find me.
You have family out there?
Somewhere.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Are they worried about you?
I don't know. Yeah, I need someone to come rescue me.
For reals?
Yeah.
Where do you want to go back to?
New York.
Do you want to get into treatment?
No.
No?
No, I like doing drugs.
Okay, so you'd like to go back to New York and continue?
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it easier to use drugs out here than New York?
No, not necessarily.
Interesting.
It is right now.
Stay safe out here, all right?
Yeah.
Little bip went down right there. Someone had an unlucky day, parked at the wrong spot at the wrong time. How can a city like this allow that?
Well, there's not enough cops, inadequately staffed police department, hasn't had a police chief for a year, there's just an acting police chief in charge. The police essentially don't respond to anything but the just most heinous crimes, so people are moving.
So if I were getting mugged right now, could I call 911 and would they do anything?
It would probably take them 3 or 4 minutes to pick up. I've called and had to wait for 5 minutes before. I know somebody who's had to wait for 40 minutes before and just gave up. I think the average pickup time is about a minute, so if you're going to send somebody out and that cop may or may not show up. 2014, there was a law passed called Prop 47 in California statewide, which I think I voted for it. It sounded good on paper. It was the idea was to combat mass incarceration by making a lot of felonies into misdemeanors. You know, the idea was that prisons are being filled by nonviolent criminals. For example, theft became a misdemeanor if it was anything less than, I believe, $950. Also, drug dealing in small quantities meaning enough to supply an actual drug dealer, was considered a small quantity, was no longer a felony. So effectively, drug dealing was also just a misdemeanor.
And this prevailing lawlessness in the Bay has caused businesses like this In-N-Out near the airport to announce they'll be leaving Oakland.
They're doing fine financially, but they can't justify the level of crime to their customers and their staff, so they're shutting it down.
Do not leave your valuables in car. You seen any bipping around here?
All the time, man.
All the time?
Damn.
Who are they bipping and why?
I mean, anyone here, right? Anyone with a car, no one comes here expecting to, get broken into. They just come here to get some fast food. And a lot of people who come here have no idea what Oakland's like because they're coming from the airport. So it's really sad.
There's a lot of unsuspecting tourists getting bipped and bopped out here.
Yeah, I mean, not just tourists. Like, we've had employees have their car broken into as well. Even if there's nothing in the car, sometimes they'll break the back window just to lower the back seat and see if there's any luggage in the trunk. And you'll get your window broken into either way.
Do you work here?
Yeah.
So when's it closing?
March 24th is our last day.
Aw.
Yeah. It's really sad.
So people are going to lose out on their In-N-Out burgers out here in Oakland.
Yeah, jobs, and there's not a lot of food out here in this part of town. I've yelled at these folks like, hey, stop. Like, what are you doing? Stop. But I can't really do more than that because, I'm not going to run after them or everyone loses out, And it's it's the kind of thinking where it's this is why we can't have nice things.
Are you Oakland native?
No, I was born in Yemen. I came 2014 before the war started.
How do you like it out here? Better or worse than Yemen?
It's worse than Yemen. We be chilling in Yemen.
Have you seen any bippers out here?
Yeah.
How many?
Some guy was doing needles right there.
Needles?
I swear to God, he was doing needles right there. I seen the girl, she has a doctor outfit on, right? She went in there, they broke all her windows. They broke all of them for no reason. They robbed her car. They tripping out here. I don't know why.
Why is everyone bipping,
no
man?
good. Because of the drugs, the fentanyl, everything, the needles. I get in a double, no onion, and some animal style fries. You know the animal style fries good. They doing too much here in Oakland.
What steps can Oakland take to better the city out here?
I mean, they got to hire more cops, for starters. The department is understaffed by hundreds of officers. They cannot respond. But also, the homeless encampments here, people need help. These people tend to be drug addicted and with untreated mental illness, and they need to be put into treatment. But we're not doing that in San Francisco. We're not doing that in Oakland. We're just letting people live in this kind of misery. You need to have an intervention for somebody to come out of a really hardcore drug addiction. That's what we're not doing for folks. We're just basically making the conditions feasible for people to continue to live on the streets and use drugs until eventually they overdose and die.
In the 1980s, the Zeedijk neighborhood in Amsterdam faced a rampant heroin addiction crisis similar to the Tenderloin's fentanyl epidemic. People came from all over the world here to use heroin. At first, the government decided to help the addicts by offering harm reduction, little to no law enforcement, and even set up little floating islands where you could shoot up heroin and nothing was solved. But in the 90s, police and health workers began to work together as police broke up the open-air drug markets. Healthcare specialists offered methadone, treatment, and shelter. Police also began to ticket violators, and if the drug users did not pay their fines, the courts actually ordered arrests, forcing addicts to follow a treatment plan or go to jail. After constructing tens of thousands of individualized plans in combination with offering treatment and punishment if they denied to accept it, Amsterdam solved their seemingly unsolvable heroin crisis, and maybe San Francisco can solve their fentanyl crisis too, if it recognizes the balance of tough love, offering people the help they need, and punishing them when they refuse to accept it. Maybe then we can stop this descent into madness. Thanks for watching, guys, and special thanks to everyone involved. Link in description. Also, whoever has the most viewed TikTok or YouTube short using a clip from this video, I'll send you $500. Post however many times you want, but you must tag my TikTok/YouTube @ and put YouTube Tyler Oliveira in the title/description.